Please subscribe to our channel, and for latest update, click on the bell icon.
Okay, we just saw past tense. The next in past tense, that is in simple, after simple past tense is the past continuous. This is also called the progressive. Okay, past progressive. That is present progressive we saw. Progressive itself, as the name indicates, the action is proceeding. It hasn't come to an end. Okay. Now, if I say she ate a banana or she ate a plum cake, if I just say the same sentence, if I restructure and say she was eating a plum cake, was eating, but the action has not come to an end. She was eating, but has she finished it or not? I don't know. So that is the past continuous or past progressive. That is, the action still not ended, but it is in progress. Okay, shall we see now? Past continuous. It is also called as a progressive. Okay, I'll give you some examples now. The children were playing in the field. Were playing in the games field, or they were playing in the playground. Now let's see. The children were playing in the playground. We are using the verb were because children is plural. Okay? The children were playing. The children were in the playground also makes sense. But here we are talking about the action which began and did not come to an end. What were they doing? They were playing. So mostly continuous tense will end with ing. Okay, it will always end with ing, and before that we will have the main or the basic verb there. Is, am, are, was and were. Okay, these five main or primary verbs will come before the other verb which ends in ing. So this is the indication of past continuous. Okay, let's see now. Past continuous will only have was and were. If you have child, we will say was playing, and if it is plural, we will say were plus the verb plus ing. Okay, I'll just write here was or were plus the verb plus ing. Okay. This is very important. Always remember this. For past continuous, was or were, according to the, if it is singular, it is was plus the verb plus ing. If it is plural, it is were plus verb plus ing. Now quickly let's see some sentences. They were chatting over the net. Were chatting because it is they, it is plural. So verb plus ing. Next one, Sita was chewing the gum when the teacher entered. Sita was chewing the gum when the teacher entered. Now, Sita is singular, so was plus verb plus ing, was chewing. Okay, is that clear? We'll have one more. Joan was stitching her dress yesterday. So Joan is, we can even say Joan, Joan. Joan was stitching her dress yesterday. Was stitching. Why do we use was here? Because Joan is singular. So Joan was stitching her dress yesterday. Next one. The baby was crawling all over the room. Baby is singular, so was crawling all over the room. Next one. The drivers are going on a strike. The drivers were past continuous. The drivers is plural, so were going on a strike for more pay. Next one. The little boys were jumping over the wall. Boys is plural, so were jumping. The ants were all, okay, the ants were walking in a, the ants were walking in a, or I'll just say the ants were carrying ants were carrying their eggs and walking. Okay, here the ants is plural, so I've given the plural verb were carrying. So this is past continuous. And walking, that walking here is just continuous tense. Okay, it can be past continuous or present continuous. If we just say were carrying, were walking, so that also becomes past continuous. The ants were carrying their eggs and were walking. So that also becomes past continuous tense. Okay, shall we just recapitulate? The children were playing in the playground. Were playing. They were chatting over the net. Were chatting. Sita was chewing the gum. When the teacher entered, Sita was chewing. Joan was stitching her dress yesterday, was stitching. The baby was crawling all over the room, was crawling. The drivers were going on a strike for more money or more pay, were going. The little boys were jumping over the wall, were jumping. The ants were carrying their eggs and walking, were carrying and were walking. So I've given you enough continuous tenses to revise. So now we'll move on to the next tense form. What is that? The past perfect tense. Okay, shall we go on now?